And good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here in my official capacity. It's my first visit, so I look forward also later in the afternoon to see some of the more beautiful parts of Yerevan. And our relationship goes back a long time. Latvia's most famous poet, Jānis Rainis, actually was so fascinated by the Armenian civilization and culture and history that he wrote a specific part personally for the first encyclopedia in Latvia in the 20s. So since then, it has become a sort of self-understandable visit for all Latvians to visit the beautiful country of Armenia. And tomorrow, our president is coming on an official visit, also something that we celebrate a lot, and that connects also in a very direct way among our leaders, politicians, people, economies, air routes. Air Baltic will restart direct flights in June, so it is a close and very, very respected relationship that we have with Armenia. We also praise the decision by Armenia to launch the pathway to the European Union. And as your Prime Minister said, whether you join or not, that is a different decision by Armenians, but the road itself, the reforms itself, is excellent process. So I commend our Armenian friends and colleagues and partners for that road. We did the same. When we decided to join the EU, we started a process that profoundly changed Latvia. We did join the EU in 2004 on the 1st of May, but it was lasting quite a bit of time. And indeed, reforms that we went through have made us stronger, more resilient, and of course also much more prosperous. The longevity of life, the health situation, the roads, the infrastructure, everything is better. And not even mentioning security and partnerships and friendships that we have within the EU. So in that respect, also the decision to sign yesterday the joint declaration after the first Armenian-EU summit, it's a profound document, and not only it's underpinned by joint interest and support to Armenia, but also by significant political and financial and economic and other commitments. So we look forward working together, supporting and building on it as a great fundament. Also, Latvia is happy to contribute to the EU mission in Armenia and making sure that what we can do in security and sort of resilience is delivered, and we are quite pleased that that mission has been very successful in its mandate implementation. And then the new mission, the rapid response mission, of course, we all are experiencing various challenges during preparations for elections. Our elections are in October, and making sure that external interference, whether that's cyber, whether that's efforts to buy votes or anything else, does not succeed. And we have seen that Moldova was successful in that, and I'm sure that also Armenia will be successful just as other countries. We are living in an age where the armed force has very much served in the last years to try to achieve political objectives. And foremost, that is Russia's aggression against Ukraine. And I think that fundamental principles that we might have countries with different political structures, different economic systems, but that inviolability of the borders, that the respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity are the basic principles of the UN Charter, is indeed something that all countries have voluntarily subscribed to. So in this respect, Russia's wish to use armed force against Ukraine has been something that has broken down peace in Europe and where we all are working hard to bring that peace back. And that, in our view, from Latvia requires several strong sort of pillars. One is to be sure that we invest maximum in our security and defense. So Latvia has enshrined in law 5% of GDP for defense, and we will do what is needed at a national level. And that is underpinned also by strong societal resilience internally in Latvia, making sure that the whole society approach to security is implemented and working. The second big pillar is making sure that we have friends, allies, partners within the EU, within NATO, transatlantic links, but also partnerships around the world, which make us stronger and which make us relying on the fact that through those partnerships and alliedships, we are not alone. And the third pillar is comprehensive support to other countries, Ukraine, Moldova, and many others who want to conduct their affairs the way they decide, not to be interfered by other countries. And we do provide extensive political, military, economic, humanitarian, and other support to Ukraine. That also concerns our work in the UN Security Council, making sure that Russia's crimes are documented, making sure that the world will not hide the fact of what Russia is committing in Ukraine. But also, indeed, practical work weakening Russia's ability to wage war, which is the fourth pillar in our security, in our development approach, because while this regime in Moscow is there, European security will be under a threat. And that is a joint decision by our leaders within the EU, NATO, and other countries. And let us remind that nobody was threatening Russia or trying to attack Russia. Nothing like that happened. Neither NATO, nor Ukraine, nobody. It was Russia's own war of choice that started it. So it's our obligation to make sure that we, as democratic countries, do everything possible to end that war, and end that war without Russia thinking that it has won the war. So those are the approaches that we have done. Of course, technology has changed everything, our societies, how our societies, economies are functioning, and we are very happy that this investment that we have done also has made sure that our economy is doing well. Currently, indeed, we are all affected by the conflict in the Middle East and the effects of Hormuz Strait blockade. So we do hope and expect that it will be solved in a peaceful way as soon as possible. And again, we commend Armenia and other countries in the region very engaging and stabilizing approach to the situation. So with this, let me once again say we stand committed to work bilaterally through the EU and other organizations to support Armenia, and it's my pleasure to be with you today here. Thank you.